All right, welcome to video 3 of our Get Lit series part 1. In video 3, the goal here is to answer or to provide you with strategies on how to answer the short answer question, or what they call the open response questions. So again, you're going to be given different types of readings, whether it's a graphic text or a short article or a dialogue between two characters, whatever it might be. You have to answer short answer questions. And these questions are either referring to the reading or making you make some personal connections to it. And this is the strategy we highly, highly, highly recommend, okay? So this is where you definitely need a highlighter with you, or at least a pen to kind of mark this up. So we're calling it the PPC method, all right? And what that means is you're kind of breaking down you're strategically answering the question by using this PPC method. So you're going to be making a point, which is what the first P stands for. So you're answering the question. So that first sentence, no matter what the question is, all you want to do is you want to take the question and reword it into a sentence. And when you reword it into a sentence, you add in your point. So for example, if the question is, what is one character trait that describes Amy? Then you're going to write, one character trait that describes Amy is she's a caring person. And the caring person would be my point. All right. The second thing you want to do is you want to provide proof. And again, that proof, as detailed as you can make it, is coming right out of the reading, or it's coming out of your personal experience. So for example, if we're talking that Amy over here is a caring person, that was my point, then the proof from the reading is, I will say something along the lines of, the author describes Amy as being loyal and loving as she nursed that poor little baby squirrel to health by feeding it milk through a baby bottle. Isn't Amy just such a nice person? So you would basically take the points from the reading, add it into your proof for that second sentence. And then the kicker is you have to make that connection, okay? You have to clearly state how your proof helps explain or develops your point or your reason. So how is taking care of a squirrel and her being loyal and loving making her a kind and caring person? So I'm going to need to write a sentence that says something along the lines of, therefore, Amy is such a loyal and loving, kind person as she nurses all of these hurt animals back to health. And she wants to make sure that all living creatures are given a wonderful life. I mean, Amy sounds like the greatest person, right? Okay, so that's the connecting sentence. So once you have all three of those things, you're done. That's all you have to do. It's like 3 sentences. The trick to these questions is this. You only get 6 lines provided for your answer, and you want to highlight this, circle this. This is very important information. You got to fill in as close to those lines as possible. And I'm going to write this in, I'm going to highlight this in red because that's how serious this is. Ew, that's not red, that's orange. Okay, red. Do not go over, I repeat, do not go over the 6 lines. EQA people are mean, okay? If you write over those 6 lines, they stop reading and they don't care if your answer is right. They stop reading because part of this is you got to be able to write your answer in the space provided. It's part of the test. They're mean. They stop reading. You don't get marks. You're going to lose marks. So key thing is when you're coming up with those 3 things, that point, proof, and connection, you're going to do it in 6 lines. And if that means it's only 2 sentences, that's okay, as long as you do the PPC. All right, as long as you have those 3 things. So if you're thinking like, I don't understand what this lady is talking about, we're going to take a look at an example. And while we work on this first example, I want you to have those highlighters or your different colored pens to, borrow the one from the person beside you, swap them if you need to, so that you can do what I'm just about to do. Because I'm going to break down, this is a perfect answer from a previous year's test. And I'm going to break it down for you so you can see exactly how the PPC strategy is working and how this person got a perfect score. And all you need to do for the test then is replicate it and you will get perfect too. All right, so PPC strategy. Remember we said we need to make a point. So identify one action. That's the point they're looking for, right? They're asking you for one action that you take in your daily life to be healthy. So if you answer that, you've got your point. So really, you know that you just have to write the first sentence as, one action I take in my daily life to be healthy is blah, 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 blah. And that's going to be it. So if we look at this, oh, look at that. They've got it exactly as I just said, and they've included, instead of blah, 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 they said exercising. So that's their point, that exercising is the one daily thing. Then the question asks you, use specific details. So that is your proof. And then to explain how this action contributes to your health. That's the connection piece they want to see. All right. So you can see it. If you break down the question, it tells you they want the PPC. So now we're going to give it to them. All right. First sentence is highlighted for the point. Now, where's the details at? All right. Every child must be engaged in at least 1 or 2 hours of physical activity daily. Yeah, that's proof. By doing so, they increase their rate of blood circulation, keeping their heart pumping and their health strong. Okay, so that's the proof that they've just provided for us, saying how you need to do at least 1 to 2 hours, and then what's going on with your body. And then finally, with being engaged in physical activity, children such as myself are able to keep their health strong to fight illnesses. So that's the connection. So why is it important to be healthy? How is exercising making your life healthy? It's because if you exercise, then you'll be healthy and strong and it'll make you fight illnesses. So that's kind of the connecting thought right there, right? So it's really clear that this is the P, P, and C. And I'm just going to highlight these letters. Instead of doing the highlight, you can put in the margin what each part of the sentences represent. So like I would put in the margin here P, P, C. That way I know what I'm referring back to. I'm using the highlighter tool, so of course it makes more sense on the computer to do this. So what I'd like you to do right now is on your own, take a look at this one. This is another question. Now in this particular case, by the way, this was asking you to make a connection to the reading. In this one, it is being very explicit about the reading. So it's asking you to directly use references from the reading to answer your question, because it says from the selection. And when they mean selection, what that really means is the reading. Okay, so that means the reading. So you're going to use your highlighters, your pens, whatever you've got, and you're going to mark up this paragraph and you're going to put PPC, someone in the margin, kind of create a legend like I did over here on this paragraph. This is the first thing we're going to evaluate. We're going to double check, did you highlight this correctly? All right. And I know you're really excited and you're probably wanting to start right now while I'm talking, but just pause for a second. I'm almost done, I promise. So this is the first task. Second thing is we are going to practice a full reading section. So this is section A, and here's practice time. Here's the reading. Here's the multiple choice questions from video 2. In terms of the strategy. And then here is your short answer open response question with the 6 lines provided for you. So go ahead, use the remaining of this time to fill in the highlights and complete section A. Teachers, this should take about 20 minutes to 30 minutes for your class. And then at the end of this, please make sure you collect all the student packages with their names on the front cover back into the file folder that I gave you, and then drop it down to either my office, my classroom, probably just my office. Sorry about that. So my office and my mailbox, those are where I'll be there to pick it up. And if you can drop them off as soon as possible, we'll get these marked as soon as possible. And students, you can expect this back with feedback for tomorrow morning for our day 2 lesson. All right. So good luck. 20 to 30 minutes. Get it done. See you tomorrow.